Hello dear students, myself CMA Padmaja Buzruk. I will be continuing with the topic presentation of financial statements. Go to study note number 2, presentation of financial statements as per schedule 3 of Companies Act 2013. Today we will be discussing second illustration. Go to illustration number 2. Following balances are extracted from the books of Supreme Limited, a real estate company, on 31st March 2015. So business is real estate. So this is very important. So for real estate business, you should know what will constitute stock. Sales, purchase of materials, share capital fully paid, land purchased in the year as stock. See, purchases of land. Real estate company purchase of land is stock from the viewpoint of the company. Leasehold premises. Creditors, you can consider this as trade payables, debtors, trade receivables, directors' salaries. You can show this as employee benefit expenses, wages, work in progress opening, subcontractors cost, equipments, fixtures, fitting at cost on 1/4/14. This is opening balance of tangible assets, stock on 1/4/14, opening stock, profit and loss account, credit balance on 1/4/14. This is opening balance of profit and loss account, which you are supposed to add in profit earned during the year, which you are supposed to show in statement of profit and loss. Secured loan, consider it as long-term borrowings. Bank overdraft, consider it as short-term borrowings. Interest on loan and overdraft, this is to be shown in statement of profit and loss as finance cost under the head expenses. Depreciation on equipment on 1/4/14, this is the accumulated depreciation, opening depreciation. It is to be deducted from tangible assets. Administration expenses, it is to be shown as other expenses. Office salaries, employee benefit cost. You also obtain the following information. That means these are adjustments. On 31st March 15, stock on hand including the land acquired during the year is valued at rupees 7,10,000. Work in progress at that date is valued at 7 lakhs. So this is nothing but closing stock. Rupees are in thousand. So 710 and 700 closing stock is to be shown under current assets inventories, and it is to be shown in statement of profit and loss as expenses. On 1st October 14, the company moved to new premises. The premises are on 12 years lease and the lease premium paid amounted to 2,10,000. The company used subcontract labor of rupees 2 lakhs and material at cost of rupees 1,90,000 in the refurbishment of premises. These are to be considered as part of cost of leasehold premises. If you go back to trial balance, you will get leasehold premises 210, that is 2,10,000 rupees are in thousand. So this is the same thing. Lease 2,10,000, but for renovation of these leads, they have used subcontract labor worth 2 lakhs and material worth 1,90,000. This is to be added to lease cost. So total value of lease will be 2,10,000 plus 2 lakh plus 1,90,000, and on that you are supposed to find out the depreciation. Whereas from subcontract cost you have to deduct 2 lakhs, and from material cost you are supposed to deduct 1,90,000 and add it in lease cost. A review of debtors reveal specific doubtful debt of rupees 1,75,000, and the directors wish to provide for these together with a general provision based on 2% of balance. So doubtful debt 1,75,000 they want to provide, plus from debtors deduct 1,75,000, and whatever balance you get on that additional provision 2% is to be made. Now this provision for bad and doubtful debt is to be shown in profit and loss account as other expenses. Similarly, the second effect will be current assets, it is to be shown as trade receivables. Depreciation on equipment, furniture, fitting is provided at 15% on written down value. Opening balance, cost minus accumulated depreciation will be written down value. On that, find out 15% depreciation. This is to be deducted from the asset which are shown under tangible assets, and it is to be shown in the statement of profit and loss under the head depreciation and amortization. Supreme Limited sued Shallow Limited for supplying defective material which has been written off as valueless. The directors are confident that Shallow Limited will agree for settlement of 2,50,000. Now, supplier Shallow Limited has supplied defective material 2,50,000. Directors feel that they will be getting this amount from Shallow Limited, but this case is in the court of law, so you can consider this as contingent asset, and there is no provision is to be made for contingent asset. It is not to be shown in this profit and loss as well as balance sheet as well as by way of note, but only you are supposed to write a note on this that will see. The directors propose a dividend of 25%. Dividend is to be calculated on share capital. It is to be shown under current liabilities, short-term provisions and profit and loss appropriation. 1 lakh is to be provided as audit fees, provision for audit fees, profit and loss other expenses. Similarly, it is to be shown under current liabilities as other current liabilities. The company will provide 10% of pre-tax profit as bonus to employees in the accounts before charging the bonus. You are supposed to calculate bonus to be paid to employees, which is 10% of pre-tax profit. That is nothing but profit and loss credit minus profit and loss debit. Whatever you get, 10% of that will be bonus to employees. It is to be shown in profit and loss under employee benefit. And the second effect is current liabilities, short-term provisions. Income tax to be provided at 50% of the profit. Profit and loss statement, it is to be shown as provision for tax, and second effect is under current liabilities, short-term provisions. You are required to prepare the company's financial statements for the year ended 31st March 15 as near as possible to proper form of company final accounts, to prepare a set of notes to accounts including significant accounting policies. So you are supposed to prepare a note which shows significant accounting policies. Working should form part of your answer. Previous year figures can be ignored. Figures are to be rounded off to nearest thousands. Now we'll see working notes. Working note number 1. Provision for doubtful debts 2% of 3675 minus 175. 3675 is debtors balance given in the trial balance. So 2% of 3500 is 70. So total provision for doubtful debts is 175 plus 70, which is equal to 245. Depreciation on leasehold premises. Leasehold land 210 plus subcontract labor 200 plus material 190, total is 600. Lease period is 12 years. So depreciation per year will be 600 divided by 12, 50 per year. That is 25 for 6 months. Why you are supposed to calculate for 6 months? Because on 1st October 14, the company moved to new premises. So leasehold was taken on 1st of October. So October, November, December, Jan, Feb and March. You are supposed to calculate 6 months depreciation for leasehold premises, which is 25. Depreciation on equipment, fixtures and fittings at 15% by written down value method. Cost is given in the trial balance 1320. Accumulated depreciation is given in the trial balance 820. So 1320 minus 820 is 500. 500 is written down value. 15% of 500 is 75. Total depreciation 25 for leasehold, 75 for equipment, fixtures and fittings. Total depreciation is 100. Proposed dividend 25% of 500, which is equal to 125. Now we'll see next working note, calculation of cost of material consumed. Stock as on 1/4/14, opening stock of raw material 295 and work in progress 1050 is given in the trial balance. Purchase of material 6090, from that deduct material which is used for leasehold, which we have added in leasehold. So deduct from material, so 5900. Land purchased as stock 365, wages 555, subcontractors cost is 4470 minus used for leasehold 200 worth labor from subcontractor is used for leasehold. We have added this to leasehold to deduct from subcontract cost. 4270 is the net figure. From this you are supposed to deduct closing stock. Stock as on 31st March 15, raw material is 710, work in progress is 700. This is given as first adjustment. So cost of material consumed is 11025. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Add these figures and deduct 1410. 11025 is cost of material consumed. Then we'll see calculation of bonus to employees. Sales 13,800 given in the trial balance, less cost of material consumed 11,025. Just now we have seen this earlier to this. So sales minus cost of material consumed is gross profit 2775 minus debit of profit and loss account, director's salary 195 given in the trial balance, interest on loan and overdraft 110 given in the trial balance, depreciation and amortization 100. Just now we have seen in working note number 4, total depreciation 100. Administrative expenses 735 given in trial balance, office salary 90 given in trial balance, bad and doubtful debts 245. Just now we have seen working note number 1. Audit fees, it is given in the adjustment G, provision for audit fees 1 lakh. So total expenses are 1575. So net profit before tax is gross profit minus total expenses 1200. Therefore bonus to employees is 10% of 1200, which is equal to 120. Now we'll see schedules or notes which are required for preparation of profit and loss account. Note number 11, revenue from operations, sales 13,800, which is given in the trial balance. Note number 12, cost of material consumed. Just now I have shown you working note. Opening stock of finished goods, work in progress, plus purchase of raw material minus whichever is used for leasehold, purchase of land as stock, plus wages, plus subcontract cost minus labor which is used for leasehold, minus closing stock of finished goods and work in progress. Employee benefit expenses 90 plus 195 is given in the trial balance. Staff salaries as well as directors. Bonus, just now we have seen working note, how to calculate bonus. So total is 405. Note number 14 is other expenses. Administrative expenses 735 given in trial balance. Provision for doubtful debts 245. I have shown you working note. Auditors remuneration, it is given in adjustment G 100. Total is 1080. Now we'll see profit and loss account. Name of the company, profit and loss account for the year ended, rupees in thousand. Particulars, note number, current year and previous year. Roman 1, revenue from operations, note number 11, 13,800. These are sales. Roman 2, other income, nil. Roman 3, total revenue 1 plus 2, 13,800. Roman 4, expenses. First is cost of material consumed. Note number 12, 11,025. Just now we have seen. Purchases of product for sale, change in inventories. We will not show this because we are showing cost of material consumed. Employee benefit expenses, note number 13, just now we have seen 405. Finance cost 110, it is given in the trial balance. Interest on overdraft. Depreciation and amortization 100, I have shown you working note, total depreciation is 100. Other expenses, note number 14, we have seen 1080. Total expenses 12,720. Profit before exceptional and extraordinary items and taxes 1080. No exceptional item, no extraordinary item. Profit before tax from continuing business is 1080. Now I will show you how to calculate provision for taxation. Profit as per profit and loss account is 1080. Just now we have seen. Add back provision for doubtful debts 245. And total depreciation on leasehold is 25, equipment fixture is 75, 100. So we'll add back 345, 1425. Then deduct depreciation as per Income Tax Act 125. This is assumption. It has been assumed that depreciation calculated under Income Tax Act amounts to 1,25,000. For easy calculations, it has been assumed as 125. So 1,300, 50% of that is provision for taxation 650. It is assumed that 45,000 has been transferred to general reserve. Amount to be transferred to general reserve is as per the discretion of the management. Now again we'll go back to profit and loss account and check this. Till here we have seen 1080 profit before tax from continuing operations, tax expenses. Just now I have shown you 650. So profit after tax is 430. Add profit brought forward from the previous year 640. It is given in the trial balance. So profit available for appropriation is 1070. Appropriation, proposed dividend 125. Transfer to general reserve 45. This is assumption, just now I have told you. Balance to be carried forward to balance sheet. To be carried forward to balance sheet is 900, profit and loss account, and general reserve is 45. Now we'll see other schedules or notes. Share capital, authorized, issued, subscribed, called up and paid up 50,000 equity shares of 10 each, rupees are in 1,500. Reconciliation of share capital for equity share, opening balance on 1114, number 50, amount 500. Add fresh issue including bonus shares, right shares, split shares, shares issued other than cash, nil. So total is same, 50 and 500, minus buyback of shares, nil. So total is 50 and 500. Reserves and surplus is second note. Just now we have seen transferred to general reserve is 45. Profit and loss is 900. Total is 945. Third note, long-term borrowing, secured loan 560. This is given in the trial balance. Note number 4, short-term borrowings, bank overdraft 525 given in the trial balance. Note number 5, trade payables, sundry creditors 2315 given in the trial balance. Note number 6, other current liabilities, audit fees 100. This is adjustment number G. Provision for audit fees 1 lakh is given. Note number 7, short-term provisions, proposed dividend. I have shown you working note 125. Provision for taxation 650. We have seen working note for this also. Provision for bonus 120. We have seen working note for this also. So total short-term provisions, total of note number 7 is 895. Note number 8, tangible assets. Equipment, fixtures, fitting at cost 1320 less depreciation 820 is given in the trial balance. 75, I have shown you how to calculate this. So total is 895. Outer figure is 425. Leasehold 600, 210 plus 200 plus 190 is 600 minus depreciation 25 for 6 months 575. Total of note number 8 tangible assets is 1000. Inventories, this is given in the adjustment. Finished stock 710, work in progress 700. Total is 1410. Trade receivables, trade debtors more than 6 months 3675. This is given in the trial balance minus provision for doubtful dates 245. I have shown you working note. Total is 3430 is total trade receivables. Note number 10. Shallow Limited has been sued for supplying defective materials. Settlement of 2,50,000 is hopeful. However, it has not been recognized in account as it is represents contingent gain. Now we'll see balance sheet. Balance sheet as at 31st March 15, rupees are in thousand. Equity and liabilities. For equity and liabilities, 4 heads: shareholders funds, share application money pending allotment, non-current liabilities and current liabilities. Share capital, note number 1 500, reserves and surplus, note number 2 945. Long term borrowings, note number 3 560. Short term borrowings, note number 4 525. Trade payables, note number 5 2315. Other current liabilities, note number 600. Short term provisions, note number 7 895. Total of equity and liabilities is 5840. The figures where star is not made are directly taken from trial balance, and note number 2, note number 6, note number 7, you are supposed to be very careful about these notes. Assets, it is classified as non-current assets and current assets. Under non-current asset, fixed asset, below that tangible asset, note number 7 we have seen 1000. Inventories, note number 8 1410. Trade receivables, note number 9 3430. All these three notes are important because nothing has been taken directly from the trial balance. Total of the assets is 5840. Relevant item of assets or liabilities are reflected in balance sheet and schedule 3. Hence, sub-items not having any value for given illustration is not shown represented in the balance sheet. Now you are supposed to write note on significant accounting policies. Basis for preparation of financial statements. Financial statements have been prepared under the historical cost convention in accordance with generally accepted accounting principles and the provisions of Companies Act 2013 as adopted consistently by the company. Fixed assets. Fixed assets are shown at cost less depreciation. Cost comprises the purchase price and other attributable expenses. Depreciation. Depreciation on fixed assets is provided using written down method. Leasehold premises or improvements are being amortized over the period of lease. Inventories are valued at the lower of historical cost or net realizable value. Now in this particular video, we have seen how to solve illustration 2, how to prepare profit and loss account and balance sheet as per Schedule 3 of Companies Act 2013 in vertical form. We have also seen notes on account containing significant accounting policies, and we have seen various notes or schedules for referring balance sheet and statement of profit and loss items and figures. Thank you.